Wolfgang, what can be done with this vehicle for more accessibility?
Well, actually you have to see this as a mobile room instead of being a vehicle. It is a mobile room which is at the beginning empty, and then the customer can decide whatever use case he wants to have, whatever use case he wants to apply this vehicle to. So you can, for example, use those flip chairs as we have here, and in addition you can put a wheelchair or two wheelchairs and you leave one of those seats. Or you can put plastic seats, or you can put leather seats. Whatever is the use case, if you want to transport more people, or if you want to transport people with disabilities, how many you want to transport. And as you've seen, we got the ramp, which is an electric ramp. It can go out autonomously, or it can go out at the push of a button on an app or inside the vehicle. And the vehicle can kneel down, and this is also something very special because we can control every single wheel. And you can still step in, which is important for anybody else who's using the vehicle and doesn't have any disability. So certainly, again, according to the use case, the height of the vehicle can be adjusted. The vehicle is completely modular in length, in width, within reason, and in height. So if for your particular use case you need it higher, then we might be able to do it higher as well.
Wolfgang, how many wheelchairs can be inside of the vehicle?
Well, actually we have tested it, and the vehicle as it is in the moment can hold up to 4 wheelchairs and of course a safety driver. So just depending how they are located in the vehicle. One important thing with the wheelchairs you have to keep in mind is that they need to be fixed to the vehicle in a safe way, so that they don't flip around if the vehicle is making some sudden brakes or movement. So it's important that safety is always first and paramount for us.
Okay. And how advanced is the technology right now? When can it be introduced to the world?
Well, the technology of the technology for disabled people is actually quite advanced. Paravan is taking care of that for over 20 years already. So all those devices like the ramp, for example, are no new inventions. They have been tested in the market for many, many years. Like fixtures and safety belts for people with disabilities, or like driver's seats that can be swiveled around. They're all in the market for many years. Concerning autonomous or highly automated technologies, basically we are also modular. We can start from level 0 with an operator and a joystick to completely control the vehicle by steer-by-wire, up to level 1, 2, or eventually up to level 5 autonomously, which right now is not legally allowed, but practically it can be done already. Okay, you've seen the ramp already on the other vehicle. Now I'm going to show you how to overcome more height, more distances. So we got the lift. And this lift actually comes out of the vehicle. Everything can be remote controlled with wire or without wire. So it goes down, it's fully ADA compliant. It lifts up to 600 pounds. For safety reasons, it closes the backside and then lifts up the person in the wheelchair. Then can happily wheel himself inside. We also have the docking station here, so he can fit his wheelchair to the docking station, and the wheelchair is a crash-tested driver's seat with a safety belt, and then he can use his joystick to maneuver the vehicle. Or he uses an additional joystick just to steer and brake. As you can see here, every vehicle is equipped with an air ride system, so that it can go up and down and get into the lowest possible position. Alright, over here you can see the different units to actually give the input signal. Right here we do have a 4-way joystick, so we can accelerate, we can brake, and we can go left and to the right side. The most important point here is it's not something that came from the gaming industry. It's actually a very well developed unit. So this device is inside this joystick, and you can see if you lose contact to the joystick because you drive over a bump, for example, this thing is all dampened and it always goes back straight to the middle. This avoids the vehicle veering to the left and to the right in an uncontrolled way. Now, some people can only make this movement, so we have a small steering wheel. Other people can only do this movement, so actually they control the steering in this way, obviously from the other side. Then here, acceleration and braking. Some people can only do those shifting movements. And if people don't have arms at all, they're driving an automatic car, which in the US anyway, people drive automatic cars, so they use their left foot to control gas and brake, and then they use their right foot to control gas and brake, and their left foot to control the steering. Most importantly, all of those shown systems are fully road legal and road approved. So we have the Paravan Touch system, where we can control via CAN bus all the secondary functions of the vehicle. For example, no arms, you need to shift your automatic shift stick. We do have a shift by wire system. So we just push the button, and instead of manually operating the stick, we can do it with this actuator. If you don't have arms at all and no fingers, you can operate the touch display with your feet or via voice control. Indicator right, and you see it goes flipping to indicator right. Well, to modify existing vehicles is quite a lot of work. So what we do first is we take a brand new car and we strip it down completely. So you can see everything comes out, all the electric wires, the interior, just anything. And then we completely cut out the floor of the existing car because we want it to be lower so that somebody in a wheelchair can actually easily access it. And then we re-weld it, and that's what the colleague here is doing at the moment. We re-weld a lower floor to the vehicle so that somebody can actually enter the vehicle in a wheelchair either from the side or from the back, and can operate the vehicle then via our joystick with the drive-by-wire system by himself. What you can see here is we got the normal steering column, and we have our actuator fitted right here, so we can electrically steer by wire. Same thing here, we can actuate the brake with this actuator, or we can still operate it by foot. Later on, this joystick will be fitted here so that the person can actually accelerate and brake or steer right and left. Just a quick peek into our wheelchair department. Basically the most amazing wheelchair is this one over there, where we can put the person with the disability, if he is able to, completely in a straight position so that he can work in a standing position and face to face again. And we can also flip this around 90 degrees, and he can go to a doctor like a dentist and being worked on. So basically, to retrofit a car and convert a car in this way, it takes about a month to do all the mechanical and the electrical work. And now you can easily imagine how good it would be to have autonomous functions instead of having the necessity to operate the car by themselves and to do all the conversions, to do the joystick control, to do the brake control. If the car could operate autonomously, what we saw in development in the other department, then you can imagine which quality of life could go back to this person with the disability, because he just goes into the vehicle, things are opening, closing automatically, which already today, obviously, we can realize. We do have our special app where people can open, provided they have hands, can open the car, they can bring out the lift. If this is done completely autonomously through sensors, actors, then obviously it's a big advantage for the industry.